Hi, I'm Lonnie Nadler, and welcome to Chat.
I have to sneeze.
Hey, I'm Lonnie Nadler. I'm the co-creator and writer of Black Stars Above.
Hi, I'm Jenna. I'm the co-creator and artist for Black Stars Above.
And this is our video entry to Vault Comics Online Comic-Con since Emerald City got cancelled because of the plague that's currently going on.
Yeah.
So we're going to tell you a little bit about Black Stars Above. The book is a historical, cosmic, folk, survival, horror, Canadian wilderness miniseries.
Mm-hmm.
So it's all those genres sort of mixed together in a very strange book that follows the protagonist Eulalie, as she's a fur trapper sort of caught in the middle of nowhere in Canada, and she's offered the opportunity to leave her family and her isolated area in the form of a package that needs delivering across the wilderness. And obviously strange things are hiding in the wilderness. There's a lot of snow. Probably too much snow. Also, something is hiding in the package. You might have seen some of it online. Should we spoil it? What's in the package?
I don't know. Should we?
If you like Baby Yoda. The final issue of Black Stars Above, which is number 5, comes out on March 18th, which may or may not be after this video comes out. The first issue came out in November of 2019 as part of the inaugural lineup of Vault's Nightfall horror sort of experiment that's going to be happening every fall. But basically, I wanted to tell a Canadian horror story that was based in historical accuracy and mix that with some of my weird fiction influences, like Lovecraft is the obvious one, but more so people like Algernon Blackwood and Arthur Machen. And then I did so much research on, the book takes place in 1887, so I did a lot of research about the fur trade that was going on at the time in the Métis population in particular.
What was I saying? So Lonnie and me realized pretty early on that we had a lot of similar influences for the visual style of the book. So Gustave Doré was a huge figure we looked at. Bernie Wrightson, Junji Ito, and photographers like Ansel Adams and Edward S. Curtis, who wrote this his portrait book is a really big influence. I really wanted to get the look of this era accurate, and I actually reference these portraits pretty heavily for one of the variant covers of the book, for a variant for the first issue. I just really loved how beautiful and soft and kind of peaceful these portraits were. So there's like a very significant personal angle to Eulalie's story, which has to do with her family, which is very it's like an intimate side of her story, but then there's kind of this other personal journey of her identity alongside the events going on in Canada at the time, and the just the shift in the world during that time in history. And it's kind of this large force that she's trying to go against the grain on, and it's as much about that as it is the big cosmic horror stuff. Like, the cosmic horror thing is kind of like this tool for storytelling that can be utilized very, very well for much bigger themes, especially if they're very personal themes. The cosmic horror genre doesn't have to be just giant tentacle monsters and stuff.
The Black Stars Above creative team, aside from Jenna and myself, and the folks at Vault. Did I just say folks? That's
The fine folks.
I've never said that word before in my life.
Vault.
The other people who were part of this book are Brad and Hassan.
Brad was he was our first choice in colorist that we wanted, as was Hassan. So we were pretty stoked when they were able to come on board. And Brad, he really understood the tone we were going for, and the actual like kind of texture of the color and the just the stylistic choices that we wanted. And Hassan too took the integrity of the letters to be applied to the style of the comic in every aspect was really perfect. Like he really added a sense of identity to the entire book just through his letters.
Wash your butt. You can pre-order the trade paperback of Black Stars Above right now. It comes out at the end of May. So right before summer, you can read some snow. Thank you guys very much for watching. Thanks for being part of Vault's Online Comic-Con. And to anyone who's picked up the book, read it, tweeted about it, reviewed it, thank you so much for supporting it. It really means a lot to us. You can find me on Twitter at Lonnie Nadler.
And you can find me on Twitter at Kale_Satan.